Welcome back to my series on items that I love in and around my home. Good purchases, things that I would buy again and recommend to a friend. In today's video, I want to review my 100% mulberry silk pillowcases from Brooklinen. Let's get into it. I used to think that satin pillowcases were the literal height of luxury. And then I learned that they make real silk ones. And you can buy them for about $60, give or take. Like, I'm sorry, but I am definitely a product of my generation. Post-industrial revolution, fast fashion era, and all. In school, I learned about the Silk Road and how kings wore silk. I didn't know I could get a silk pillowcase of my very own to snuggle up against every night for $60, give or take. My mind was blown. Now, $60 is not cheap, you know, it's not nothing. But it's 2025 and I could easily drop $60 on a Taco Bell run for 4 people. At least where I live. Fast food is expensive and it only lasts like 10 minutes. These pillowcases have lasted me 4 years and counting. All I'm saying is Taco Bell could never. So I think that most of us know that silk comes from silkworms, but something that I didn't know until I purchased this pillowcase is that mulberry silk is the highest quality silk in the world. And it's made by feeding the silkworms a strict diet of only mulberry leaves. It has long, fine fibers, a smooth, lustrous appearance. It's known for its strength and durability, and it's soft, but you probably already guessed that part. It feels different than satin. Satin has almost like a cooler temperature, and I'd say that satin is more slippery, but not necessarily in a good way, kind of like in a synthetic way. Silk is a different kind of soft, at least this mulberry silk pillowcase. It's a warmer temperature, it's buttery soft. It doesn't have that super duper slippery feeling like satin, but more of a buttery, luxurious feeling. It's funny because when we first switched from synthetic satin pillowcases to real mulberry silk, my husband actually preferred the satin. But I feel like it's one of those things where the longer you sleep on it, the more you crave the real thing and can tell the difference between the two. It's like I've heard about people transitioning their entire wardrobe from synthetic materials to all natural materials like cotton, linen, wool, silk, etc. and reporting feeling itchy and gross after they've gotten used to the natural fibers when they try to wear a synthetic fiber. It's kind of the same thing in this situation. The fake one just feels wrong, cheap, and like icky, you know? But you don't necessarily notice your aversion to the satin until you've been sleeping on the silk for a while. But once you do, I feel like you can never go back. So I want to touch on another reason why I actually chose to go with the real silk pillowcases, and that is I'm trying to get away from synthetic fibers myself in general, like satin, which is often made with polyester, aka a form of plastic. I don't want to sleep on plastic anymore. I'd rather sleep on silk. And I really think that is pretty affordable for the quality of the product that you get and how long it lasts. At the time of filming this video, they're retailing for $59 for a standard pillowcase. And like I said, I've slept on it for 4 years. So with that logic, so far, I've spent $15 a year to own a silk pillowcase. And I think it's gonna last quite a bit longer. So for me, I see it really as an investment piece. Another reason I chose to go with silk was for my hair health. I was really into hair care at the time, so I wanted the best for my not so luscious locks. And sleeping on silk is better for your hair and your skin. Things like cotton and linen are porous, so they're gonna absorb more of your natural oils while you sleep. But silk is going to help you retain that moisture. Other fibers also tend to tug on your hair and skin that causes hair breakage and skin wrinkles over time. Silk prevents this. So the lack of pulling and the moisture retention combined are going to lead to less wrinkles over time, less breakage, less frizz, and just overall more hydrated and healthier skin and hair. And you don't have to take my word for it. There are studies that back this data up. So it's scientifically backed, and it's like the easiest hair and skin hack in the world. All you have to do is go to sleep. What's not to love? So this pillowcase in particular is 100% mulberry silk. No sneaky fabric blends added in there, which I love. It has an envelope closure, which is going to keep your pillow nice and secure. I always think that's a really thoughtful detail to add on pillowcases, especially when you have something with a little more slip like silk. It's also machine washable, which is wonderful. I would hate having to hand wash these every time. I just pop in the machine machine on a delicate cycle with my other sheets, and we're good to go. And it's also Okotex certified for chemical safety. So we have 2 of these in standard size. Even though our bed is a king, our Tempur-Pedic pillows that we sleep on are standard, so we have the standard size. This has worked well for us for 4 years, but honestly I would love to get another set so I can rotate them, have one in the laundry and one on the bed at all times, instead of having to wait for them by the dryer, so to speak. This truly is one of the nicest, most luxurious little items that I own, and I really feel like it brings up my quality of life like this much, you know, like just like this much. And I really feel like it's one of those things that just makes your day a little bit better, a little bit cozier, feel a little bit more luxurious. Even though it's something little, it's something that you interact with quite a lot, especially if you're sleeping on it every night. I love it so much. I intend to buy more. It was a great purchase for me, and I cannot recommend this product enough. Now, if you like luxurious silk pillowcases, then you probably like being comfortable while you sleep in general, no matter where you go. That's why you should check out my last video where I review my Millard portable trifold mattress. Great for camping, RVs, dorm rooms, overnight guests in small spaces, you name it, and you can watch that right here next. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the rest of my series on items I love in and around my home. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.